taking apart the Magnum. I was gonna just try to fire it off spray and check spark and all that, but the Bing is frozen solid, so I got that soaking, I got it pulled off. But yeah, pretty crusty under here just from sitting. So the slide was stuck in there, sprayed it, let it sit. The bottom of the carb had that just brown gunk gel, old fuel, which is better than new fuel. I'd rather that. But cleaned it all up, blew through all the orifices. I'm gonna sling it back on. So, carb freshly clean, got a new fuel line here. Going down the line, check for spark. Obviously no spark. So we're gonna pull the cover off. But how you can check for spark is, I wouldn't do it on this cylinder head because it's so crusty and it was painted, but I just stuck it against the intake manifold, and that's a good enough ground, and you kick it over. But you don't want to hold this metal boot while you're kicking it over, or else you're going to zap yourself. So I just grabbed rubber gloves and held it against it. So we're going to pull that cover off and see if we can get some spark going. So, as you can see, bike sat down like that, sat in that. So what we're going to do is we're going to just sand the points. This is probably just got corrosion on it. If not, we'll have to pull that off and retime it and everything like that. But let's hope we can just sand them. I'm going to make a better video just to show you what points are. So I just sprayed the whole thing with WD. So it's going to be hard. So, let's see if I can get a better angle with the flashlight. That might help right there. So right there is your points. You'll be able to take your finger, stick it in there, open it up, put some sandpaper on a flathead screwdriver, and just go in and out with that open up. And that's sanding your points, getting the corrosion off, and hopefully it'll make some spark. So that's all we used. Flathead, some 220. And then I cleaned it with WD after. I wish I had some contact cleaner, but I don't. That'd be the best way to clean it. But let's give it a try. So I cleaned the points. I still didn't have spark, and I was like, hey, that's weird. The spark plug looked great, but if you look at it, Bosch German. This is probably the original one for the bike. $861 miles, maybe. But I had a little Oco, threw that in, great spark. So we got spark, so let's see if it'll fire. So I have my little ketchup bottle set up here, mixed with some chainsaw fuel, that true fuel stuff with no ethanol. So I have a new line coming out, right to the ketchup bottle. I'm just priming the system. So if I fill this fuel line up, fill the bowl up, it'll run for a few seconds. And I don't need to go through the cleaning system, cleaning the whole fuel system like the tank. The tank is a little crusty. It's definitely going to take a little cleaning with diesel. And we'll have to see if the petcock works as well. So we'll see if it fires up like this. Alright, I gotta be a cheater and use a drill. But it just popped, so I know it's going to start this time for us. Hopefully it'll idle. That's not bad. Well, maybe it needs some throttle. I'll give it one more try. It's hard one-handed. A little carb spray. A little bit. There it goes. Well, it runs, kinda. I'll get it idle and show you guys. So this is a thing that I've dealt with before in the past. It's almost funny that no one ever really thinks of it. But this muffler is almost completely clogged. So I had it running. See all the smoke coming from where they meet? So I had it running, and I was giving it throttle, and I had my hand over this. And you'd think it'd be screaming, but it was just a tiny little puff. So I'm going to pop the header off here. I'm going to figure out what's clogging it. We might have to put it in the fire and have a little barbecue. But I might be able to run it just on an open header for a second to make sure. Oh yeah, it's 1,000,000 degrees, that header, for running for 10 seconds. 1,000,000 degrees, ice cold. So something's clogged. So I'll pull this off. So we started peeling it off, and the packing, maybe that's not packing and just rust and grime. Something's clogged. Oh yeah. Oh, now we got a straight pipe. So yeah, there is no light coming through that. Time for the barbecue. So, shit happens, as they say. I got it idling, and the bowl was just overflowing. So I found that the needle was sticking. So the bowl was getting stuck open because the rubber was so deteriorated. The bowl floats, so the bolt's fine. Bowl's fine. So I just need to get a new needle seat for this carburetor. It's a little Bing 12. But I guess that is the end of this bike for now. Knowing it runs and it just needs that one piece for the carburetor, it's not so bad. I'm going to give it a really good cleaning while everything's off. I'm going to smoke out the exhaust, have a little barbecue. Oh, is this the needle seat? Yeah, see? I was looking for that to show you guys. So you see how it's missing that whole corner? That was stuck up in there, making it so it would stick open, so all my fuel fell out. But not bad progress for a bike that sat. Let's see what the date is on this plate. This bike has sat since 1980. Cool. Fun project.